I'm a fraternal twin. I come from a family of 5, and I was the youngest, me and my brother. Jay was, his name is Joseph, but it was always Jay. We knew each other extremely well. We were very close growing up and all the way up until the end. We could finish each other's sentences, and we knew what each other was thinking. Oh, we were just normal kids. We had a good upbringing on Staten Island. To keep us all together, we all had to swim on the swim team, so we were on the team very young. We were 6 years old when we started swimming competitively.
Swimming was not the only thing the brothers did together. Lance Ogren is a retired New York City firefighter. His twin brother, Jay Ogren, also a firefighter, was one of the 343 firemen killed on September 11th. Swimming would prove to be Lance's lifeline, the only way to move on from his brother's untimely death.
I was his coach and he was my coach. That day I was going to class. I was going to lieutenant's class. I was driving on Staten Island. I came down Victory Boulevard, which looks straight into Lower Manhattan, and I saw that the towers were on fire. Information came in, and the second tower was hit, and then we realized that it wasn't an accident. Class was canceled, and we all responded to our firehouses. The towers were down by the time we got to our firehouse. When my captain realized that my brother was working, he sent me home, just to be with my family.
Jay Ogren was in Ladder Company 3, one of the first to enter the North Tower.
I knew he was gone the day the second the towers came down. Saw the images and how many people needed help, and it just required an enormous response from the fire department. And we took heavy losses. Ladder 3 lost 12. And Ladder 3 is where my brother worked.
Joseph J. Ogren.
I took care of the family, and we had things that we had to do, and I had to take some time off from the fire department, and I did. And then a few months later I went back. It was difficult years, for sure.
Lance retired as a captain in 2007. Swimming was no longer part of his life.
It was probably an unconscious decision not to swim, because it was something that we did together for so long.
Think about what you're doing. Good turns, one hand on top of the other. I don't want to see anybody.
But then he realized the sport he once shared with his brother could help him heal.
I did turn to athletics to start to, as a coping mechanism. I decided that I would go back to the sport that I was really good at. So I started swimming again.
And did he ever? In 2007, Lance signed up for the Ederly Swim, a 17.5-mile open water race between Lower Manhattan and Sandy Hook, New Jersey.
Very important to me because it has so many elements. Not only do I swim past Staten Island, where I grew up, and go into the Verrazano, where I used to visit my grandparents. The beaches down at Sandy Hook where we lifeguarded. Takes you right to Battery Park. I mean, we're literally a stone's throw from where the buildings came down. It's all tied together for me.
Lance swam the symbolic route again the next year, and every year since. This year, to mark the 10th anniversary of September 11th and his brother's death, Lance's goal was to break the race's 60-year-old record time of 4 hours and 59 minutes.
It's pretty wild. People don't realize that the water's clean enough to swim here.
3, 2, 1.
Departing near the World Trade Center Memorial Site in Battery Park, Lance gets off to a strong start.
Working in Manhattan is where I wanted to work, and that's where Jay wanted to work. We loved Manhattan.
1 mile down, 16 and a half more to go. Pacing himself through New York Harbor's choppy water, Lance soon passes the Statue of Liberty. And it's not long before the twins' childhood home of Staten Island is on Lance's right, and Brooklyn to his left.
My parents are from Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
Lance soon passes under the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. It's not only the swim's welcomed halfway point, but also a significant landmark in Lance and Jay's childhood.
I remember some of my earliest memories of going back to Brooklyn's going over the Verrazano Bridge. You're out there for such a long time. Things definitely pop up into your head. You know, everything pops up into your head. You're thinking about some cool memories. Sometimes you're thinking, why the hell am I doing this? This is long. I'm cold. But now I realize that it's more about focus and thinking more about the swim and not wandering too much.
The sight of the Sandy Hook Lighthouse soon lifts Lance's spirits and his pace.
When Jay and I were in college, we would lifeguard down at Sandy Hook. He does all the swims with me anyway. It's my little spiritual thing. He is present on all of my swims.
It's the home stretch, and with only half a mile left, Lance is determined to break the record time. Stepping onto the beach at Sandy Hook, Lance completes the 17.5-mile swim in 4 hours and 1 minute, shattering the previous record by 58 minutes. He takes a few moments to catch his breath. Then he bends down to take a pebble from the shoreline, a memento of the swim, his childhood, and the brother he lost exactly 10 years ago.
It's something that just didn't happen. It's something that you have to work for. You have to be willing to let that happiness come back into your life and not shut down and shut it out and try to not let things good and happy happen for you.